Hey friends, today we're going to be working on bar graphs, and a bar graph uses bars of different lengths to compare data. The scale tells how many each bar represents. To read the value of a bar, find the line that lines up with the top of the bar. And then we're going to follow that line to the scale to read the number. Here are the parts of the bar graph. This graph shows the number of students absent each week. So you can see the title, it's titled Absent Students. That tells us what the whole graph is about. If you take a look over here where it says number of students, you can see the scale that it's drawn to. So every line represents 1, so that we go all the way up to 6. So we can see on Monday, if we take a look, these are the days of the week that's labeled down here. So we have to have a couple labels down here, label the bars, and then label over here the numbers. And then if we take a look at Monday, we go all the way up to this line and go across, and it goes to 4. So we can see that 4 students are absent on Monday. Let's ask this question. This bar graph shows the number of different types of trees in Riverside Park. So we can see the title. We have the trees in Riverside Park. We have number of trees, and we have the trees types that are down here. We have oak, pine, maple, and elm, okay? And we can take a look, and we can see looking at the scale, it's not just 0 then goes to 1, it goes 0 to 2, then 4, then 6. So if it lands in the middle, like over here in the pine, we would see that that would actually be 3 because it's halfway between 2 and 4. Okay, so let's go with our question. And it's saying how many maple trees are in Riverside Park. So what I would do is I would go ahead and I would circle or underline maple is what we're looking for. And I would find it over here in the graph, and I would underline that as well. And then we can take a look that it goes all the way up to this line, and then we can go over and we can see that there are 6 maple trees in Riverside Park. This bar graph shows the number of members in 4 different clubs. We have a club membership. And the different types of clubs are drama, chorus, band, and math clubs. And we can take a look at the numbers on the side because this is the number of the members, and you can see that the scale is not just 0, then 1, then 2, then 3. They're actually jumping each line by 10. So if we take a look over here at drama, we go all the ways up to that line and go across, and we can see that there are 40 people in drama. So let's see what this question's asking us. This one says, how many fewer members are in the math club than in the band club? So we're going to have some keywords here. We're looking for fewer. And so when I compare, I know I need to, you got it, subtract. And we're going to be subtracting 2 different amounts. The members from the math club and the members that are in band. So I'd find that over here on my graph, the band and the math club. And I'm going to put my bigger number first, and I can see that this one goes all the ways up to the middle of 50 and 60. And I know in the middle of 50 and 60, it would be 55. So there are 55 friends in band, and math and goes up to this line, and we can go over, and there are 30 friends in the math club. So when I'm comparing to see how many more or how many less or how many fewer, I would subtract. So I can simply just subtract 5 minus 0. We don't need to regroup. That's just 5. And then 5 minus 3, which is 2, to give us that there are 25 fewer members in the math club than in the band. Let's practice creating our own bar graph. So this story says Isaac made this picture graph to show which pizza toppings his classmates prefer. We're going to make a bar graph showing the same data. So over here, we actually have a picture graph, and you can see that this is talking about the favorite pizza toppings. So we're going to go ahead and use the same title, favorite pizza toppings. Okay, and then down here, I'm going to move this up just a tidbit here. Down here, we can continue and we can label the different categories. Okay, so it looks like over here they're wanting us to do the numbers because there's more of them. Before I get to the numbers, let's go ahead and do the categories. So we have pizza toppings. Oops. Don't hit that button, right? So there's our pizza toppings, and we're going to label each one of them. So this one's going to be extra cheese, and I like to go in order. You could mix it up, of course, but I like to go in order just so I don't forget. So we're gonna do extra cheese, then we're gonna do this one, pepperoni, and then we have mushrooms, and then we also have peppers. Okay, so now I have my category down here. I need to go ahead and do my category over here. And this is going to be, it looks like it says classmates votes, okay? So we're gonna say number of classmates or number of votes. And so that's what we would label over here. And so we can take a look, and we know that the key says that each pizza represents 2 votes. So cheese doesn't just have 4, there's actually 8. And pepperoni just doesn't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it actually has 12 because we're using that key to figure this out. And this one has 4, and this one would also have 8. So we're gonna make a bar graph. That's what they're wanting us to do now. Make a bar graph to show this same data. Now, I can make my bars, and I can make it go to the scale of every one being 1, but then I'd have to have 12 notches going all the ways up, and that would probably be too big, right? So I could choose a different scale, like by counting by 2s or 4s even, because all of these numbers go into 2, and all of these numbers also go into 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose 2 for this one. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. And I need to just make sure that my biggest number, 12, can fit on my graph, and I totally can. And so now I'm gonna go ahead and graph. My extra cheese is gonna go all the ways up to 8, doop, doop. And you can color it in if you'd like to. My pepperoni is going to go all the ways up to 12, zoop. I'm gonna put some polka dots for my pepperonis on that one. And then my mushrooms go to 4. So sometimes I like to go over with my hand, and then I come just across like that. Perfect. Then we can go ahead and color that one in. And then peppers have 8 as well. Might make some polka dots for the peppers as well. All right, friends, so that is how we would create, using data, a bar graph. And we would find the scale, okay? Sometimes there'll be this key to help us. And with that scale, we would go ahead and use that scale to figure out how many numbers of votes that they would have. We would use that scale to help with all of this. All right, friends, have the best day, and we'll talk to you. We'll continue practicing tomorrow.